Hello, everybody. This is Kimchi Crypto. Today, I'm going to share 6 coins I bought in Haste recently. Let's dig in. $11.5 trillion AUM, the world's largest asset manager BlackRock, is launching a Bitcoin ETP in Europe, which is not that surprising, to be honest. Fidelity filed for a US Treasury fund on chain on Ethereum, with the SEC expecting the product to go live on May 30th. Fidelity joined in RWA competition along with BlackRock and Franklin Templeton. The race has just begun, and they launched its first RWA fund on Ethereum, just like BlackRock. Why? Ethereum is still the most secure layer 1 blockchain despite low speed and high fees. Suppose you are a money manager in global asset companies. Are you going to launch a $1 trillion worth of RWA on fragile blockchains because of low transaction fees and high speed, or the most secure blockchain on like Ethereum? It's for sure individuals just like you and me, we will love Solana, Tron, Algorand, Hedera, for their ultra fast speed and low transaction fees. But I'm talking here about the big giant companies. They will launch their own assets whatsoever on-chain activity on Ethereum, whatsoever funds on Ethereum and its layer 2s. Strategy, aka MicroStrategy, became the first publicly traded company to hold over 500,000 Bitcoin worth of $44 billion. Michael Saylor predicts the Bitcoin next bull market is about to begin. $444,000 by the year end. I'm not sure this price target, but who can ever predict the future? Let's see what it happens. This is the Matter Planet shareholder meeting right now in Japan. Huge line still trying to get in. Japan is ready for Bitcoin. Well, as you know, Matter Planet is the Japanese version of MicroStrategy, who bought more than 3,000 Bitcoin as of March 12th this year. If I'm right, they will buy more and more, add more and more Bitcoin throughout this year. This will become the global trend among listed companies as well as other big tech giant companies, all the countries around the world. In South Korea, Singapore, Middle East, Europe, India, etc. We need to have at least one more Bitcoin before all these happen. Circle, a stablecoin issuer, has become the first stablecoin issuer to secure regulatory approval in Japan. Dollar stablecoin circulates in the not in the United States, but in Japan, in South Korea, in Latin America, and other Middle East countries. Well, just be reminded that Circle was backed by BlackRock and Fidelity in April 2022. Circle was also backed by Goldman Sachs back in 2015. They are expanding their territory into Japan, South Korea, Singapore, Middle East, and Southeast Asian countries, Latin America, etc. El Salvador bought more and more Bitcoin every day and added to their strategic reserve. They have more than 6,000 Bitcoin. What about Hong Kong and China? Hong Kong ETF issuer confirms mainland China is actively preparing a shift into Bitcoin and crypto. The guy in charge of Hong Kong ETF, he mentioned China is very actively considering Bitcoin strategic reserve, especially if United States passes Bitcoin reserve bill. China will definitely jump in. How amazing, how beautiful change in the mainland China right now. Please take a look at this photo here, Mr. Donald Trump and Chris from Crypto.com exchange. Crypto.com was one of the lobbying companies for the presidential election last year, which donated millions of dollars for this moment. And that moment was this. We are proud to partner with Donald Trump's Truth Social on a series of ETFs. It's ETFs, including the world's first ETF with Cronos, CRO, their exchange token. Well, Eleanor Tourette mentioned Crypto.com to launch a series of ETFs and ETPs comprised of digital assets as well as securities with a Made in America focus spanning diverse industries such as energy. These products will include Bitcoin, Cronos, CRO, and other crypto assets, are set to launch later this year. They might include one of these. Made in the United States of America, XRP, Solana, Dogecoin, Cardano, Chainlink, AVAX, Stellar Lumen, SWI, or Hedera. Actually, in May 2024, Trump already announced crypto donations for his presidential election. It says like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, USDT, surprisingly, Tether, Solana, USDC, XRP, Doge, Cardano, Shiba Inu, and Avalanche. Hedera, Algorand, SWI, Stellar Lumen, these were added recently? I don't think so. Because USDC, backed by Circle, backed by BlackRock, Fidelity, Goldman Sachs, USDC has been supported for 18 blockchain networks already. Algorand, Aptos, Arbitrum, Avalanche, Base, Salo, Ethereum, Hedera, Near Protocol, Cosmos, Optimism, Polkadot, Polygon, Solana, Stellar, SWI, Unichain, and zkSync. Major US blockchains were adopted by Circle already, and dozens, if not hundreds, of blockchains will be added here. For Wall Street giants to trade every single asset, every single value on blockchains. This is what they call real-world assets or tokenization. Recently, I bought AVAX, Near Protocol, Algorand, Solana, Internet Computer, and Shiba Inu, as well as Bitcoin, at very good bargaining price. I do believe this great opportunity to buy the dip will be gone sooner or later. Stand firm, stack as many blue chip coins as possible before these train leaves. Thank you for listening.